Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNSEs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the, I would say, first tool which I'm going to show you, which is something like very important for SDLC cycle. So if you see that here, uh, I taught you platform operating system. Cloud one session is pending. I think only one session has happened, correct now? All of you? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. And the last class we had a Jira, sorry, Docker, and then now we have a starting the SDLC cycle. So these are the platforms actually. Every software engineer should know all this platform, irrespective of whether you are doing development or not. But from here, we'll start this stuff. So planning Jira, then coding with Python, then versioning with Git, and code analysis with SonarQube, build with Maven, packaging with Packer or Artifactory or whatever it is, and so on. So today I'm going to teach you Jira. So what is Jira?
Rajesh,
So
one thing in the in the previous screen which you showed us, there
mhm.
is a Python and Flask, right? So this is really with the web development, right? What we are going to see.
Coding with Python, Flask fundamentals will be there.
Okay.
It's not a web development. Everything is nowadays, if you look at this, a web development only. Do
Okay.
you see some application nowadays which is non-web?
Mhm.
Everything is web now.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
so uh, Jira. So what is Jira? So Jira is we say it earlier I used to call it when I started my career incident management tool, issue management tool, where we can log the issues, bugs, feature, tasks, and assign to someone and management all these issues for the entire project, multiple projects, and so on. But the current form of Jira is much more than that. Lots of things we have in Jira actually. So Jira is come from the company called Atlassian. You can see a website. I think some meetups is going on or something. So they have multiple products. You see, Jira is one of the most popular project in the market, and Service Desk also is there. Service management. Trello they have acquired it, um, and then Confluence and few more products if you see here. Mm, here it is. So Jira, this is the one I'm trying to teach you, which you can use for planning, tracking, and support. for your software engineering team. And many, see Jira also, there's so many different version actually. So not need to get into that. Bitbucket is from Atlassian again, Source Tree, Bamboo, Crucible, Fisheye, and few more products. So yes, this product which I'm going to teach you. Now, this project, which is like a Jira, earlier used to be you have to install you can install it still, you can install it, configure it in your Linux or Windows machine, because all of the products is developed in Java. So Java is also, I mean, Jira is also developed in Java. So you can install it also. But today we are going to try the cloud version of it, because most of nowadays, I mean, from last 2 3 years, every company is migrating to the cloud version of it without, instead of hosting it. So we can go to the cloud version and check it out, trial version. So I have registered already. This is a very old account which I'm going to show you. So you can click on the login, and here it is. So it's Atlassian homepage, and this is the some software which I want you to try it out. So these are all products which you see: Bitbucket, Confluence, Jira, and all the stuff. So this is the project which I created earlier. Mm, what I'm looking for it, a button where I can create a new project. So I think that button has been disappeared. So unfortunately, probably I'll not be able to create it. But let's get into the one of the Jira software, which is already. So just a second, hold on. Try now, and Jira software, and here is Jira. Do you want to try Confluence also? Yes. Next. Okay. Now this is the workmail. What is your site name? So site name is your unique name actually, because all this installation is managed by Jira, I mean Atlassian. So site name which should represent your company name. So let's use this. I think let's try XOps school. Should be unique, I guess. Yep. So XOps school. This is a domain, subdomain. Actually, you get it. Agree. By the way, do you have any idea what is XOps schools? All of you? Anyone?
No.
So XOps school is the website where the LMS will be live in next few days. So I'll inform you once it is available. So now they are setting up one Jira for us in a container, basically the Docker container, whichever I taught you, right? They'll be doing in the same way. The URL will be xopschools .atlassian.com. So just wait for it. So if you want to learn how to install Jira in your own boxes in LMS, you'll have a previous batch recordings, so you can try it out also. But nowadays, because we all are migrating to the platform as a service or software as a service, you don't have to spend time over there. Just you need to be comfortable with Jira UI primarily, so you will not have any confusion. I think some of you must have used it already. So yeah, see here, look at my screen, xofschool.atlassian.net. So many of the names I have already occupied, so I was not getting any names, so I use this one. Okay, so please help us to set up your Jira. So you can select new to experience all this stuff. I'll just skip it. Now here, uh, hmm. So here you are getting options for project, creating a project. Now the why we have to use a cloud, because you get everything latest. So see that here, so many templates you have it, Kanban, Scrum, and bug tracking. So what is a Scrum and what is a Kanban? All of you, what is that? Anyone?
Kanban is part of like displaying what are the activities.
It is two different way to manage the thing. So Scrum is like we can say way to manage the process.
Hmm.
Okay. So
I'll put it.
Scrum is, yeah, yeah. Can I
Yeah, go ahead,
proceed if you
please.
don't mind? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Scrum is basically processes which comes under the agile framework or mindset, we can say. And
Hmm.
Kanban is basically it's a real-time dashboard. We can see the task and all that.
Hmm. Okay. So one thing which is we have a software development model. Okay. So before uh, before me, when I started, software engineering, lots of models were there. Lots of models were there, and I think DevOps I discussed this one in DevOps session. So software development used to take lots of time, 5 years, 6 years. Then when I started studying, then I was given a training for waterfall model. I don't know how many of you have given old schools and all. I'm from old school, so you must have given the waterfall training. After a few years, I was given the agile training, and in agile itself, there are multiple ways to practice agile, many ways to practice agile. Okay, agile itself is having many branches actually. So two of these branches is very popular actually. One is Scrum, another one is Kanban. So Scrum is also one of the practice approach to implement the agile. Kanban is also one of the approach to implement agile. Their methods are little different. Scrum is little different than compared to Kanban. I'm not getting into that topics, but please spend some time. A lot of it's a very old topic actually. So very is there from last 20 years plus actually. So now the question is, when you practice Kanban, agile Kanban, then there should be some software, UI, some tools or something, or Scrum the same way. So here Jira has studied that Kanban process and Scrum process and normal process of the software development, and they created a UI for you. More or less, if you go this or this or this, you will be working with the issues, bugs, features, tasks, all this stuff. But the way we practice on every day, that will be different. So here we call it a backlog, and here we call it some story task or something like that. So it's up to you. See, so you can study this and um, and see that how it can help you actually. So most of the projects, either you practice Scrum, Agile, or Kanban Agile. So I'll start with the bug tracking, which is a very traditional way of software development. Then we'll get into the Scrum or Kanban. So UI changes, conceptually it will be same. Okay, so now let's go with the bug tracking. Okay, so what is a project name you want to see? So chat. So remember, the chat is a template I have applied for the bug tracking, and few options are there and created. So there's one project I created. Now they're asking you, hey, how do you get notified about these issues? So Slack, you may have it. Teams, you may have it. GitHub. These selections will not impact anything. So here it's Jira connects to the tools you are using every day. So if you're selecting this one, so they'll ask you, hey, give me your Slack workspace or Teams channel or GitHub or all this thing. I don't have right now none of this, so I'll not do that. But one-time setup is required for this. Okay, so this is the one project, and this UI you can see, get comfortable with it. Now, this is the one project which we have, chat, create a new project, and this time Scrum, and Scrum also it's managed by team or company. Go for team and mail projects which we have, and next and done. This you want to connect with the source code repository, you can do that. I'll skip it right now, I don't have. So here, this is the Scrum, right? So I selected Scrum, correct? Mail was Scrum, correct now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's one more project. Mail is done, chat is done, and one more project, Kanban. Use template, and I'll just name it Kanban only because I'll remember that. So all these different types of project you created, and this is the UI for it. This is the dashboard for the Kanban. This is the dashboard for a Scrum, and this is the dashboard for typical software development. Simple. So nothing great about it. Just a little bit of comfort level. You have to have it. So here, this is your project, and some of the things you have to do it. So you have to set up the component. So your product has how many component? So you have to create this one. This is the primary setup for this. So what is a component? So let's say web component. Some should be lead as access as such. Right now, no. And then app component and DV component. So I created these are the components. That means you can say this is a product, chat is a product, and these are the modules. Like that you can declare. Now, what is the release plan you have for that? So here you should create that releases. So let me do that. V1. This should be, you can decide the dates. What is the date today? And then finally, at least give 2 weeks of time. One more, V2. Some dates I've selected. So these are the two release I have created. This will be management work more or less. Okay. Many other stuff which we have like here right now not needed. So anyone can create a ticket. Anyone. That's we call it a here create issue. Whether you are agile, whether you are Scrum or normal project, in Jira we call it issue. There's a issue type can be there, and these are the issue type we have for this project, which is a chat, improvement, task, new feature, and epic. What exactly that is? And bug. So let's say bug you want to create it. So what you want to do status right now, starting with the to do, then in progress, then in review, done. This is called workflow. This is called type of issues and summary. So what is the issues? So DevOpsSchool.com
login is not working, and this you have to describe properly. Done. Now who should be working? Reporter, and which particular version? So V1. Priority and estimate, somewhere it should be component. I'm not able to locate it. Component, and here it should be assigned to someone. So I think on top itself, that component you see here, it is the app module, DB module, web module, and I created a ticket. So someone can create a ticket where we can see here this project has one ticket. So like that 500 tickets will be there, and this is the UI for filtering the ticket. On top you see these are the filters. In reality there'll be hundreds of tickets, so filter is important. So I don't think so there's a difficulties. Again, if you click, most of these are self-explanatory. Share, export issues, some advanced searches. Here some options are there. Most of the option is left side also. If you see, I don't think so I have to explain it to you. So it's a self-explanatory. Correct, all of you? What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rajesh. Yeah.
So now I have to start working on it. So let me go to the ticket. The ticket unique ID is one. It's always incremental managed by Jira. This is the detailed view. And now when I start working, I'll say, let's say I'm the owner of it. I mean, I'm supposed to work in progress. Done. And here on downside, I can do the comments. Okay, I'm working on it. Whatever it is, whatever you want to do that, you have to report back. History, work log and all. Okay, so this way, and then if you think, okay, I've completed my work. In fact, this should be linked with a commit ID. I mean, code commit, Git, Bitbucket or GitHub. I did not connect it right now. I don't want to complicate too much. But in reality, this will be connected with your GitHub and Bitbucket. Anything you commit, you have to give this ID. Which ID? This ID in a commit message. Git, I'll teach you next session. So here, this ID, chat-a. This is the this is the one. This is the one, chat-a. Okay, so when you commit, automatically it will start showing you here, code section, automatically. So this kind of stuff which will happen. And then once you think, okay, the time has to come to close it, just say done. So here see that any tickets you open, they follow. See, starting from to do, then in progress, then review, and done. This is the workflow, life cycle of the ticket. So good to go. Nothing great about it. So same thing you will do with the other projects also. Let's go to the Scrum here.
You don't have any software code here, right? It's just the ticket you're tracking,
Ticket,
progress of the
yeah,
ticket.
yeah. So here it's the same thing actually, but the concept is little change. Same thing. What we call it in Scrum, each work we call it a backlog conceptually. Okay, in a Scrum, conceptually we call it backlog. So here you can create, and here you see story. You can create a task also, bug also, epic also. I want to show you this. Uh, Let me see if I get it quickly. Scrum epic backlog task. This is something you can see. So little bit of study you have to do. In fact, this is from Atlassian only, and this is not something which is Jira. You have to look at this here. Good image I wanted. This one. This is a good one. So in Agile, we call it initiative at a high level, at a company level, and then initiative we convert into the multiple epics here, and each epic you have a multiple stories. Okay, and then stories, and then each stories have a task and subtask and so on. So this is
What
something
is this
which you
epic? What is this epic means, Rajesh? Because
ep-
story is like user story, right?
epic.
Or like,
Huh. Epic means the you can say release, what different releases you want, different component you can say, different component. Initiative means, let's say you want to develop one software, and one software divided into multiple sub module, and each module you have a different task, like that you can say.
okay. So under
I
the
mean,
task become the backlogs.
backlogs. So this one image I wanted to show you, let me check. I think this
And
is good
Rajesh,
actually.
in last screen, I think we have aligned this Jira ticket to the GitHub, something like that. So for only tracking purpose or only just
Only for tracking, only for tracking.
tracking? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so look at this, this is also good. So epic feature, backlog, task, so like this. Yeah, so this is the way, it's agile process. So Jira is helping you to follow this. So this is, you can create epic here, the one which I was showing you. Bug, task, story, all this thing you can create it. Task here. Okay, so this way. But I want to behave like a Scrum Master. So I don't have that many patience actually. So what I'll do, I will go for create a roadmap. First create a roadmap. And here roadmap for mail. This you want to release web 1.0. Okay. And here you want to app 2.0, something like this. We'll create a roadmap and decide like which month all these things will happen. So here you can select this today, week, month, or something. And you go to the backlog, and now I'll create a backlog means work task. So
Uh,
let me create a
sprint
backlog,
sprint backlog we can say, or product backlog, not sprint backlog, I guess.
product backlog. Then
Okay.
uh, I'll just let me create it. You'll understand it
Okay.
the moment I do that. So my
Okay.
product, which is having, this is task one, this is task two, this is task three. I'm being a product owner. This is task four, or enterprise architect. Five, six, seven, eight. See, so many work created. So if someone is completing all this work, my system, I mean, my release will happen. And so system enterprise architect, the product owner, will create this kind of backlog. Now meeting will happen, sprint planning meeting. In that, what will happen? Sprint master, sprint master. Let me show you. Scrum team. So here is a Scrum team, and this guy does, see here, and here this is Scrum master. So all this requirement has been mapped it out in backlog format. Scrum master will come now here, this guy, and this guy will say, hey, I have so many backlogs, but this sprint, which is of 2 weeks most of the time, I want to work only for this dragging actually. Okay, understand this. Two, three, three, and four. So next 2 weeks I will work only. I means my team. Okay, this is the team, Dev QA and all. It's called Agile team. So we will work only for those tickets, those issues, those backlogs, and start that sprint. And this is sprint one. Typically, it's of 2 weeks actually. Okay, and 2 weeks you have to finish starting the sprint now. Now every day Scrum Master will ask 3 questions. Anyone have idea what questions he will ask to the development team and this team?
What you
Not
have
even
done yesterday, what we will do today, and what any impediment. So these three
perfect.
questions.
Yeah. So what you did yesterday, what you will do today. Did you stuck somewhere when you need help from team? That's all. So based on that, he will move the ticket in progress, and every day until 2 weeks, the meeting will happen, and this will be done. And one issue is undone, okay, in progress. Remaining three is done, and actually 10 days to go, but you can complete before also. Complete. And three completed issue, one open issues. You want to you want to move this undone issues to the new sprint. You want to, or backlog, new sprint, complete sprint, and this cycle will get completed. So those who was assigned to this work, it's a fake work by the way. Okay, so those who are assigned to this work, he will work just like you and me is working on some assigned task, and you can keep updating it, the comments on this, that, and all stuff like that.
How do we know the
Are you
progress of
understand?
this task? Is there any email will be triggered, or you have to log in into the software to
Yeah,
understand?
notifications will be there, emails will be there, but here also you see that workflow, no?
Yeah, you
Here,
have to log in.
yeah. Every day you will have to come right here.
Okay.
Uh, Rajesh, can we see work log? There is an attribute where we can put the effort in terms of hours, days, or
Ha,
something like that.
those are the
Yeah.
reports. So
Okay.
here, what will happen? Everyone will here. Let me show you some options. Is there? There you can specify how much of time you work. That is not enabled actually here in this. So here, let me check. So go to mail and go to one of the issues. Where is it? Issue was there, no? Okay, sprint.
Even though you have the report on the report, you can see everything.
You can see that. So you can first go to here. This is the email. This is the issues. And here you can specify how much time you have spent. So that UI, I'm not able to find it now.
Uh, Rajesh, yeah, there is a option next to the history work log. I think it is not enabled here. I guess somewhere.
It's not enabled in this.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
not
me
not
go
not.
to the other projects. Yeah. So go to the chat. Okay, so here this is chat. Here it was enabled. So you can enable, disable all this thing from the backend. So here,
Yeah, work log is there next to history.
huh. So yeah. So here you can log the work, how much time you spend for this work. You can decide that how much time you spend for this, and then finally the managers will generate a reports here. You can follow my cursor, and here you can generate a reports how much time it was. So a hell lot of reports are there. So here DevOps report, issue analysis report, and here you see average age reports, Pi reports, recently created reports, resolution time. This one you are looking for it. So how much time it was spent, time since issues reported. So different kinds of automated way of report you can generate. So this way you can do that. Okay. So now next question is there's so few options you have in the project setting option, which you can enable, disable multiple options. So where is that? So you follow my cursor. There's a project setting. So many options are there. So many options. So this project setting, the person who's a manager sort of it for this project, he'll have admin access, and only he can see that. So here you can add a more people. He can set the permission. Here you can decide the notifications, some automations. Here you can customize the issue. Okay, issue types, layout, screens, fields, apps. So all this thing you can do that. So some of the things, for example, I want to you to do some changes. For example, there's a one creating a ticket. So you want to add some option, issue type. So bug is here, improvement is here, task, new feature is there, epic is here. I want to add one more options. So how do I customize this one? So for that, go to here, issue type. Okay, and these are the options which you have. So here, edit issues, use a different theme. So where is that option? So this options will be at, so here you can check that these are the types of issues you have for this project, which is called chat. But issue type will be added at not at the project level, but at the site level. Site means at account level. Manager can see that here. You can edit that issue types. Okay, but you cannot add it new one. So here you can edit and you cannot add it new one. So what to do? So this will be done at the site setting. There's a two admin option, two settings actually, project setting and site setting. So the one which I'm saying is project setting. So where is the site setting? One more thing, if you're using the desktop version of Jira, that UI will be little change actually. Okay, so please mind it. So where is the site setting? So site setting, you follow my cursor. There's a setting button here, and here you have a site setting. So if you want to cite X of school, if you want to change it, here you have to do that. So click on the issue. Okay. Some of the changes I'm asking you to do that. Lots of things are there in here. So here you see these are the types which is supported by your site, your company. So you want to add a new one. What is the name it should be? So let's say, let me check. Epic is there, bug is there. Uh, you suggest me something, issue type. Task is there, yeah, is there. Bug is there, improvement feature. Everything is there. I'll add feature. Okay, so there's a new feature, but I'm adding feature. Okay. Or enhancement. Do you have enhancement or is improvement? Let me add enhancement. That will be unique. Enhancement, though it's conflicting with already available, but the idea is how to add a type. That is something added. So see that enhancement I added. Good to go. Now this is done. Now this enhancement you want to assign to some project. Right now I have a 3 project, right? So I want to assign to one project. So this is the issue type scheme you have it. Okay, issue type scheme, and this is the enhancement. So add issue type scheme, and okay, no, leave it this one. This will be tedious way to do that. So directly you can go to project here. Let me try this one, chat. Go to setting, go to project setting, and go to issue types, and enhancement has come. Edit, see, enhancement has come. Here is not there. Drag this right side, that's all. I don't need to create a new screens for it. And do have a save buttons or automatically saving is happening? Where is that? See, downside there's a save button. Done. So I added enhancement to my project which is called chat, and now create and enhancement. Understood all of you? All of you? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
Rajesh.
Okay, so now what else? So let's say someone is asking you, hey, I want a new field altogether. So many fields are there here, you see. So many fields are there in that. So you want to have a new field. So what to do? Uh, hmm. So what to do? So Go to the chat here. This is a project name, and here left side project setting. Here you see fields. So these fields you have it. Whatever the fields you have, you can enable and disable it. So here action edit fields. So whatever the fields you have it, you can enable or disable it. But the question was, I want the new fields altogether. So what do we do in this case? So do we have a country field? Let me see that. It should not be there because desktop version I know country is not there. So I will create a new field. So what to do? Go to the site setting. Here go to the issue and locate that here. See, many options are there actually. Fields, look at this field. And here I have to go to the custom fields. And here all the fields which is supported by your site is there. Country is not there, which I validated. So create a country field. It's like a web HTML editor. Okay, these are the HTML editor or something like that. So you want to create a field what? List. I want to use a list actually. So a lot of list you have it. Single choices. This is okay. Next. What is this? Country and India. India, USA, UK, UAE. So these are the fields I create. I mean options which are, if you know HTML, then probably you understand better way. It's a list name and these are the options and create it. So field is created. And now which particular screen you want to assign, you can do that. So right now chat here. You can do all this thing also, that's not a problem. But other stuff is not needed. You can do that. Depends on these are the screen means view. Update it. Done. Now go to the project chat and go to the setting button where is here. Go to the project settings here and go for where is the field? Here it is. And now you see that country has come or not? Here it has come. Country has come. So can I check this now? So let's check it out where exactly country is there. See here, country. But you know what? This is something which is on down and I want this to be required field. So what to do? Nothing, you know that very well. Click on the edit in the project setting and where is the country somewhere downside and make it required so it'll become a important. And after that there's a drag option should be there. I can't find it, so I'll edit, not this, just in hold on. So view all configurations, just a, there should be drag option should be there. I'm just thinking where exactly. Okay, so it's not showing that drag option, should be somewhere. It should be somewhere. So let me click here. It's here. So it countries are at the bottom, right? I'll drag it and make it somewhere on top. Did it. It's auto saving, so no need to save, create. And here I have to do for the other screen also. So where is that? Here it is. It's come here and it's required. So this way you can add new custom fields, add to your project and define some of the customization as such. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
now
Rajesh.
if someone will ask you, hey, change the workflow, let me go to the chat. And there is a one ticket which I have it. And if you click on this, and here if you see workflow is, so any ticket which will go for to do, in progress, in review and done. So let's say someone say, hey, we have to have a customized one. So it should be having pending also, that workflow. So this we call it workflow. Okay, workflow. Look at this here. So how do we customize the workflow? So for that, let me go to this project setting again. You go for that. Lots of option you have in the project setting. Okay, and where's the workflow? So here it is. Look at this here, workflow. Okay, now then here this is the default one. You can edit here, either you can edit or you can create a new workflow for this project. I'll just go edit, it will be simplified, but again you can create a, a new workflows and make it a default for your project. That's possible. Not too much complications I'm doing it, because you don't need on daily basis this one. So just for getting an idea, what are the things you can customize it. It's not like Atlassian has given the software so you have to use it as it is. They have given you so many options to customize it. So click on this edit, and here these are the two ways you can modify. One is text way, a required little bit of practice, you will not be able to do easily, but a diagram way you will be able to do easily, okay, without learning much. So let me drag this one, let me make a space little bit for me. So this is the something. So what I want to add one more status, and that's called pending or something like that. So see this one, to do, in progress, in review, done, this is called status. And this arrow we see, it's called transition, from where it should go to where. Okay, so for example, if you want from to do, the ticket should be going only for some specific uh, this one, what do you say, status, then you have to add a status. And there's a few status which has been developed but is not used actually. So I can use this one, but if you want to create a new one, no problem. You can type the pending. You see that's automatically it become a new status. So on this one. And if you want this to be used from all the transition, then you can say all, which is already there are many, but I'll just say it like this without that. So created the status, and now drag this one. So this is the status I created. Now you want this to from the to do to pending. So what to do? Let's create a one transition. So from to do to pending. So add transition from to do to where? Pending, correct? Huh? And just add it, and name you have to enter, right? To do to pending, and then add it. So there is a problem here. The problem is because you don't have a too many uh, what do you say, too many uh, workflows. So you can only modify the workflows which is in not in use, not live. So that way you'll not impact the current project, and then you make it a transfer to that. So that is a problem. So more information, click here. and you can read this, all this if and but. So right now, what I will do is, mm, I'll just cancel this one and edit, and here I'll remove the status. And what I'll do, I'll add it one more status which is pending, but this will be from all, and this can be added. Yeah. So this way, I wanted to get it done from to do to pending, but could not do because of certain conditions for this. And this is I did it. So now where is the save button? Here it is, publish draft. And do you want to backup? I don't interested because anyways I don't want to use it. So you should take it to backup. Done. Now you can create a more workflows, and draft one you should modify like that. So that way it will not impact the live project. So can we go and check whether impact has come or not? So go to my back to the project, back to issues. This is the DevOps school, and here see pending has come now. So if someone wants to modify the workflows, customize the workflow, that is also possible. So what I was trying to show you here, yes, something which you can find out yourself only just by reading the labels, that's okay, but something which you will not find it, which I'm trying to show you. For example, how to add a custom fields, how to add a custom types, how to modify the workflows, and so on. And basically in the project settings, many other options also there. We should focus and learn, at least you should go for that. So for this project, lots of things you can customize. You can have a you can install more integrations, integrations also. You can attach to Team, Slack, this, that, and all kind of things. And permission here you can set it. What are the rules? Who should be accessing what? So all these kind of permissions for issue, project permission, issue permission, and you can invite more people if you want to this project. And here this is disabled for me because the trial version, but you can do that actually. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah, Rajesh. Rajesh, if somebody wanted to notify somebody, right? Say if they create a new bug or new, a new project, and they wanted to inform somebody, how do they do that?
So at the rate of, actually, let me show you. So let's say Rajesh Kumar, I mean, X number of user wants to notify. So how do we do that? At the rate, his name, and you see like this. So right now I have only one user, so I'll have to will play all this role, but this is something we can notify. He'll get a notifications. You can check the, you can also customize your notification in your setting options. So you can do that also.
Sorry, Rajesh, the screen was hiding before that. Where you're typing at the rate, Rajesh, like where?
Anywhere
The
you
com-
type, anywhere
Okay,
at
okay,
the rate of,
okay.
automatically it will come. So
Understood. Yeah. Rajesh, like this is more like of a development type of work, right? The development team does this one, right? Whenever they create a project, they create a bug.
wait, why you having you should not be having such stereotype. You are a developer. You are a
Okay,
developer. You
okay,
are a DevOps. You are a software engineer. And
okay,
in fact, non-software engineers also use this tool actually to manage their tasks. Anyone.
okay,
You are HR people, they use Jira. You are sales people, they use Jira. But you are a software developer. So you are contributing to some project.
okay,
I'll put it in this way. I am having 18 engineers working under me.
okay.
Now, don't you think so, like I'll get crazy if I start managing manually or through Excel sheet all of their work? So
Yeah.
this is a good place. Assign the task, see the progress, ask the update, what is the update on the ticket, and this is a manual one. If you go for this here, it will be more easier actually. Hey, what is the status? Let me push some tickets actually. So what is the status on this? What is status on this? What is the status on this? All this stuff. So it's very easy for man for the managing a project, for the work assigned to each one of us, including manager, engineer, developer, DevOps, QA, anyone. It's a good platform right now.
Rajesh, if this is like mainly, if I come like say every day and I want to see what are the new issues has come, which would be the right place to see that one?
Project, click on the project, and here, why, oh, yes, I'm there actually. Let's say you are using the Agile one. So here you see my all issues. I have only one for the sake of it, but my
Okay.
open issues, new created issues reported by me, open issues, view all filters. There are more filters actually. Here you can come, advanced filter, you can use it, and what you said, date, right?
Yeah.
Date.
To the
So
current
this
day, what are the
project
things?
and type, status, assignee, more, create a date. Here it is. And
Okay.
what date you want, here you can give this. So create a date, and by created dates, but let's say you want to have some specific date, actual start date. So let me see that date if you have more options. So many options are there. Uh, yeah, you have to check this options. Yeah, many options are there here.
Sure. Okay. Thanks.
Okay,
Um,
so this is the Jira. All of you have to practice it with the cloud. You can create as many instance trial version. This is for 40 days. You can practice it. And one important things, at least spend 2 to 3 hours first time if you have never used it. But if you have used it, you can ignore it. Uh, and so at least once you get into the project, uh, you'll be comfortable with the project management tool or something like
Rajesh, I have a couple of practical questions which we face. Can
that.
I
Yeah,
ask? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Suppose like last year they make some changes and currently they are seeing that the same bug is coming up and they want to
Mhm,
go backtrack that one particular issue.
mhm.
So will there be any reference to be made in the code as well to go back to the Jira? Or like how do we easily find out that one? In case if
Okay,
some people
so
report the team.
what happens when you commit? When we commit, this is a practice I'm talking about. So when we commit and then we give message git commit hyphen m, this code is committed for, this is the unique ID for your stuff, for this one. Now this is important. Now what happens when you commit? This is the, here you see code. Now integration is not done with the Bitbucket or GitHub, but the moment you integrate with it and you are committing this, let's say you integrate with the GitHub, which is here.
Yeah,
Okay. So the moment you commit in the GitHub and push to GitHub here, automatically this options will find out this number belong to my Jira ticket. And here they will link it that while issues working with the issues, here you see code option somewhere, details. Here that field is not displaying because of integration is lacking.
yeah,
So here you will see somewhere downside, this ticket, this commit is matching. So that way you can correlate it. Okay, this issues, this commit has happened, this commit, this issues is there, and this way it will can be. This will be there in the history also automatically. So most of the integrations will be done by the site admin
okay,
already in advance. So like that.
understood. Thanks, Raj. Rajesh, like the other one is if suppose if you're doing the bug fix like bug tracking and you're doing the releases and the release fails, again you come and update the bug track and do it till it get the release gets successful? Like how we do, or like you create a different bug and again you do that in
Okay, so
case.
that's see, anything is a very simple rule for me, at least. Anything you do without, I mean, you do in order to anything you contribute where the work is more than 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you should create a ticket, self ticket or something like that. So that way, every effort should be recorded here. So that way, it's like practice. So you'll have to make a practice in your project. So which thing you did, for what release, who did it, when it was completed, what is the status, who was assigned, and all. Everything should be tracked using this tool.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
I have a habit of creating self ticket. Sometimes people verbally say, okay, hey Rajesh, you do this. What I will go and I'll come here and create myself, assign to myself. So that way it's a good practice.
It's just like a general GSNOW, like service now ticket, something like
The
that you
same.
do for
Yeah.
activity. This ticket is mainly for activity. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Jira. Any other questions, guys?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.